All right, hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. Hey, the question comes to me, and they say over and over again, listen to this. This is the question. The question is this. Pastor Dow, do you like fighting? Well, the truth is, no, I do not like fighting. As a matter of fact, I hate it. I despise it. But on the flip side, I do not like running either. In other words, I don't believe in running. I believe that we are in a very unjust world. And I believe that there are a lot of people in this world who think simply because they exist that they can intimidate and that they can do evil to someone else in this world simply because there's a numerous of things that they probably have concocted in their minds. Some people believe that simply because they exist that they can bully people. I don't know why, people have adopted these kind of attitudes and spirits, why they believe that way, but that's just the world we live in. So no, I hate fighting. But I do not wait to try to see if my enemy is going to hurt me or harm me in some kind of way. No, I believe in my ability to always be ready to receive my enemy when he comes. Is probably about the best mindset and discipline and soberness that you could have. It's just totally irrelevant to what somebody may bring to the table if they decide to war with you. The ideal is you always be ready to receive your enemy. Now, most people say, well, fighting is stupid and it's dumb. Then I guess America's got to be the stupidest country on the face of planet Earth. So that's all we do is go around and pick fights and pick wars with sovereign countries on trumped up charges that the government makes through this war machine. But it's inevitable, especially in the scriptures. It says there's a time for war and there's a time for peace. There's a time for happiness. There's a time for sorrow. As a matter of fact, in everything under the sun, there is a time. And if the time ever comes to your front door, meaning you yourself, that you have to defend your person, you or your family, you should be willing to embrace it. Your mindset should be, you should be willing not only to embrace it, you should receive it with honor. And you should, this is the mindset you should have. You should be ready to defend you, your loved ones, your families, from any type of assault whatsoever at all, simply because it is your right as a free man, simply because you exist. No matter what the threat is, you should always be ready to receive it. So on my last video, when I see this old man out there taking out these young punks, even at that old age, this old man was ready to receive his enemy. And when it's all said and done, that man will receive more honor and more respect from his enemies. And not only from his enemies, but from those who are round about him, simply because he's willing to stand up for himself, defend himself in what he believes. Not running, because you do not get any honor, nor do you receive any respect if you run from someone. And I've never been accustomed to running from anything in my life. Don't know how to do it, and don't think I ever will. So it's inevitable given unjust man on this earth. And you people need to get rid of your Christian philosophy, because remember, America's a Christian nation, blowing the hell out of all these other countries and killing a lot of civilians and calling it collateral damage and calling it war. So you people need to change your philosophy. They have done something to your mind. It's just totally, crazy. Now I've got people getting on Facebook talking about they want to that our community is a perfect opportunity for them to snipe some people. Now I wonder, since the powers that be that are out there listening, are you following me? Listening, I truly wonder if they're paying attention and if they're going to go after that threat, because they have just made a threat on not only my personal well-being, but on my life and on the life of those of my loved ones. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? And that is a threat that I take very, very seriously. A threat on my life. You can be laughing, playing, joking. I don't know that. I don't know that at all. I take it very seriously. And once I put a face to the comments, I will see them. I run across them some way, somehow. But you better believe me that I will be watching them. They think they're watching me, but I'll be watching them. I'll be watching, man, what I'll be watching. But I preach and teach. You be ready at always, at every hand. Be ready to receive your enemy. Don't ever think in your mind for 1 minute on the likelihood of your enemy not coming. Because one day they will come. But it is your job, and I'm driving it home in this video. It is your job to always be ready to receive them. That's my philosophy. That's my personal belief. So I know you people are not used to it. You know, people attack you. I will do everything to try to diffuse a matter. But there's some people that there's no talking to at all, no rationalizing. And you need to understand and know when that this is a time of war. You see, I realize that I'm in my enemy land. And I'm not ever dependent on any way, shape, fashion, or form of these people ever being benevolent towards me or showing any type of love to me. I walk around with a heightened sense of awareness at all times. At all times. Is that right, honey?
Yes, sir.
I walk around heightened sense of awareness. Not only that, I teach our sisters, I teach our children, I teach our men the same type of sober mindset. I really, truly do. Because we're not going to be a victim of somebody else's injustice simply because they have mental problems, stuff in their mind that they conjured up that they believe in, or they don't like us for the color of our skin. That's a personal issue. It has nothing to do with me. But when you bring it to my doorstep or you bring it to my attention and I find out who you are, don't ever, ever, ever think that I'm going to turn around and follow the philosophy of Christianity, love thy neighbor as thyself, because you have no idea what that concept means. First of all, they're not my neighbor. My neighbor is anyone that's within the camp and those who love in the tribes of Israel. That's who my neighbor is. My neighbor is not the nations and all these other people of different backgrounds and different religions. No, they're not my neighbor. They're my enemies. And I know this. And I think this is the best way to protect yourself, to prepare yourself, and to keep yourself, not only in the love of Yah, but I think that the Father, since the scriptures say that Yahweh is a man of war, I think that the Father would honor you more by being ready and in a heightened sense of readiness and a state of readiness than he would if you would just sit there and let some evil, demonic person think that they could actually just do some type of evil against you and there will be no recourse. I know the systems of this world. They want you to dial 911 after the crime has been committed. And of course, by that time, not only have you been hurt pretty bad, but chances are many people may die. I'm not going to depend on that. Not at all. We live in a wicked time. We live in a wicked world. And my advice to all of you, no matter who you are, you be ready. And just think about this. When Jesus comes, and he is coming again, do y'all understand that the Bible says when he comes, he's not coming like you think, like many of you people think he's going, you're going to have a pie in the sky and a sweet by and all that other stuff. When he comes, he's coming to make war on all the wicked and all the ungodly. Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and whether you people like it or not, the majority of you European nations are going to be destroyed, literally, period. Whether you like it, go read the book. I know you may try to dress it up and throw it away and poo-poo it all you want, but that's the bottom line, period. He is going to kill so many people at his return. He said he's going to destroy the wicked with the brightness of his coming. And the book of Revelation says that the blood will be up to the horse's bridle. Do y'all understand that? This is the same Jesus that everybody was laughing at when they would spit on him, they would pluck his beard, they would beat him. And remember, he said, vengeance is mine and I will repay. In other words, it is in his heart to have vengeance, and it's in his heart to repay. He's not telling you to adopt a philosophy and let everybody whoop the hell out of you and do all kind of evil against you. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. If that was the case, he'd have never told Peter to put the sword back up in his place. He would have condemned the sword and told him to disarm themselves, but Jesus didn't tell him to disarm himself. Peter was interfering with the will of Yah. And so when Jesus comes, the one you people don't know, he's been preached a fairy tale. He is going to literally kill a lot of people in this world. A lot of people in this world. It's going to be the bloodletting of the bloodletting. And there will never, ever again be a bloodletting and a killing like this ever again in the history of mankind when the Most High gets finished with all you wicked people out there that do not keep his commandments, especially that 7-day Sabbath. You finished. So I hope some way, somehow, I've been able to, with the words of truth, to penetrate the minds of some of you people, to give you an understanding of the reason why I am the way that I am. And if I continue to keep reading that Bible, and I'm going to continue to keep doing it, I'm sure my mind is going to continue to keep being transformed even more so. And that is the truth. But after all, it's my right and prerogative as a man. You live peaceably. That's what I believe. I believe the doctrine of peace. If possible, that's what it says. If possible, you live a quiet and peaceable life with men. That's if it is possible. If it's not possible, then prepare yourself for war. Shalom.